America. Welcome into another episode of Juiced Up right here on Gallery Sports, GallerySports.com. I'm your host, as always, Rachael Van Oranje, and I like to give you my passionate, unfiltered takes on whatever the heck is going on in the world of sports at that moment. And right now, I want to talk about Justin Verlander. I'm sad to see him go, and my guest today that's on the show to talk about it with me is Barry Laminack. I love this guy. I've worked with him. He's a good friend of mine. I call him Fam. He is the host of my favorite midday show. That is Barry on Deck, which you can find on Twitch. Barry, look, they say that if you love someone, you got to let them go, right?
Yeah, set them free.
Set them free. Well, the Astros, they just let Kate Upton and Justin Verlander go. He signs 2 years, $86 million with the New York Mets. There's an option that gives JV the option at a third year, which, assuming he's healthy, he'll probably take it. So let's just say it's a 3-year deal. He's about to make some money. Barry, what was your initial reaction when you heard about this?
Hey, thanks for the World Series. Congrats on the Cy Young. Best of luck in New York. I mean, listen, if you're an Astros fan, you don't need to be upset. You shouldn't be upset. This team is stacked with arms. I mean, when you look at the rotation without Justin Verlander, they're going to be fine. In fact, I said as much yesterday on the show, they're probably still the perennial World Series favorite coming out of the AL as is, and they'll probably still add some to either the lineup or the rotation. So they're fine. It's good. Look, go get your money, man. I'm not going to begrudge you for that. He took a chance. He took a risk when he signed the 1-year deal with a 1-year player option at $25 million. That was kind of a bargain for a Cy Young winner in a World Series. That's a pretty good deal. So he took a risk. So did Crane. It paid off. He opted out of his player option, and he's getting paid. Happy for him.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. Barry, the real question here today in the city of Houston is, what is the bigger loss for us? Is it Justin Verlander or is it Kate Upton? Bigger loss.
Well, I mean, I'm going to go Verlander. I'm married, so I'm a diehard sports guy, so I'm going to go Verlander. I'm not a Kate Upton guy. Is that okay? Is that she's pretty, but it's not like she's not in my top 5 or 10 or 40 probably. I don't know. I just remember it was a couple years ago, a long time ago, she was kind of the face of everything. And so whenever she came here with Justin Verlander, everybody was excited about it on social media. But look, I'm wondering, the exit of Justin Verlander, does that mean that 2023, it's Hunter Brown season, baby? Well, he's gonna have to compete for that 5th spot, right? Let's think about the rotation for a second now. Framber becomes your de facto 1. Although I think Christian Javier could supplant him by the end of the season, but going into 2023, Framber Valdez is the de facto ace on this staff. Don't forget, if Lance McCullers is healthy, he certainly could be a 1 or a 2 on this team as well. So you're 1, 2, 3. I'll let you pick the order, but it's Framber Valdez, Christian Javier, and Lance McCullers Jr. Now, you got 2 slots left in a rotation, unless you go 6-man, which Dusty did on occasion, but it's going to be Luis Garcia as your 4. So now Hunter Brown's got to beat Jose Urquidy out for the 5 spot. It's going to be interesting. He's got the stuff to do it. I just don't know if he has the control at this point in his young career to do that, but that's going to be fun to watch during spring training.
Yeah, it is. I hated it whenever, I think you and I talked about it back whenever we worked together. I really hated it whenever people were saying, Hunter Brown is the next Justin Verlander, and we've all seen the side-by-side pitching of that. I'm like, please don't put that type of pressure on the young man. But I think 2023 is going to be a fun season to watch him. Now, I want to ask you, with the addition that we've made at first base, and with the embarrassment of riches that we have with the starting pitching at least, and then a really, really dang good bullpen, and then the usual suspect. The team. Mm-hmm. Better. Do you expect this team in 2023 to maybe be better than the World Series champion 2022 team?
I think that's going to be difficult, right? I mean, every year we see it. They lose a key piece, a big name, Correa, Springer, Cole, and now Verlander. And at some point, it's not going to be like, oh, well, they still get better or they maintain their excellence. I think this team is going to be really, really good. I think this team is going to compete for a World Series because I'll say this. The team going into 2023 might not even be the team that finishes 2023. If they're still contending, but they have a spot where they feel like they need to shore it up, Crane has proven he'll go out and get another name at the trade deadline. So I think you got to be excited and you're in good shape. As good as I don't know. It's really hard to win back-to-back World Series. So if they don't, then no, they're not as good as the team from last year.
Okay, you got me thinking, kind of off script here. For a team that doesn't have a de facto general manager, right? We have like 50,000.
It's not Jeff Bagwell. I thought it was.
We all think that. We all feel like Jeff Bagwell is the main one, but yeah. For a team that, let's say that do you expect them to hire a general manager? And if they do, is this a pro or a con that all of these decisions are being made before that official general manager is being hired? There's a lot of moves being made that guy had nothing to do with.
It's really weird, right? It feels kind of I've seen it mentioned before. It's kind of Jerry Jones-ish, what Jim Crane is doing, right? Making decisions. And it's almost like building out a coaching staff and then hiring your head coach. That's essentially what he's doing, playing GM right now. Now, it's his team. He can do what he wants. And at the end of the day, he signs all the checks anyways. So you could have a GM or not have a GM. I'm sure he's consulting with Dusty. And at the end of the day, that's what matters is Dusty Baker on board with some of these moves, because he's got to manage these guys every day. So he's using Bagwell. He's got assistant GMs and other folks that were in here. I don't think it's as big of a deal as it might seem like on the surface. However, the guy that you hire, you kind of feel like now they're going to be somewhat of a yes man to Jim Crane because, hey, do you like all these players that I went out and got? Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Crane, I do. I like them a lot. And they might be like, I would have never spent that money on Abreu, or I wouldn't have re-signed Montero. I thought it was a good idea to do it, but maybe they don't. So it's a weird position to put your GM in, your new GM that you bring in. But somebody's going to do it. Somebody wants that check.
Yeah, we all want them checks, but it's kind of hard to disagree with any of the moves that have been made so far. I feel like any rational thinking person would agree with it, but what do I know? What
Abreu,
do I know?
The Jose Abreu move, I thought was good. I think it was good money spent, but at the same time, he is aging a little bit. Could you have gotten more value? Could you have paid a little less and done something somewhere else? Or I don't mind it, right? I'm excited about it, but I'm a little nervous about that price tag. I tell you what, the thing that popped into my head right off the bat, maybe it was because of where he came from, but I was just like, please don't be Carlos Lee. Please don't be Carlos Lee. That's all I was thinking when I saw the deal go down.
I love that. I could so picture you just sitting by yourself in that dark room right there. Please don't let it be Carlos Lee, like just shaking.
Oh, yeah. Not again. Yeah.
I love it. Barry, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I wish I could sit here and chop it up with you more. I love talking to you. Thank you. Guys, be sure to check him out. It's Barry on Deck on Twitch, Monday through Friday. Go check it out.
2 to 5.
2 to 5. There you go. Yay, that's all the time we have for now. Peace out, Barry. Guys, this has been Juiced Up on Gallery Sports, gallerysports.com. That is your one-stop shop for instant insight and information. I'm Rachael Van Oranje, and I will see you mañana.